Hi, welcome back to a video where I share my tips on how I talk to my kids about alcohol. Making great food like the recipes you find in this channel for your special celebrations and drinking alcoholic beverages often go hand in hand for us adults. Many of you know that I grew my company working from home, and while now you mostly find me working from the studio, I'm very lucky that I get to travel and spend a lot of time with my family. I share a lot of these adventures on my personal blog, laurafuentes.com. One of the topics that always resonates discussion among the parents in my community are the posts regarding alcohol that I've written over the years in partnership with responsibility.org, an organization that encourages parents to establish open lines of communication with their children, particularly through their Ask, Listen, Learn program, which focuses on teaching kids to say yes to a healthy lifestyle and no to underage drinking. And since we live in New Orleans, our exposure to celebrations and alcohol is year-round, as my family and I love to be part of local celebrations. Speaking of family, say hi, family! Hi! Yep, that's my family. We spend a lot of time in the car with the kids, going to and from activities, and sometimes it's one-on-one. And that's one of my favorite opportunities to talk to my kids about life, their friends, and more important and serious topics like alcohol. So tip number one is to find a familiar space where you're already having all sorts of conversations, where your kids are comfortable. I try to make these important conversations seem like they aren't too big of a deal and that they are part of life. Even a text message can do the trick. Tip number two is to listen more and talk less. So often when we talk to our kids, we're more concerned with making sure that they hear our message that we forget to listen to what they have to say. Given the opportunity, our kids will share a lot with us. If you have the type of kids that you often have to pull words out of to find out information, have some conversation starters in mind. I love the "Who did you sit with at lunch today? What did your friends do over the weekend? Are there any good movies coming up?" Tip number three is to find the connection. Sometimes it can be hard to connect with kids at their level, or worse, we get the dreaded eye roll because they might think that we're being lame. But the reality is that we were there once, so finding examples that our kids can relate to and connect with is very important. And even if you think they're ignoring you, they're not. They hear you. Tip number four is to be the example. Always assume your kids are watching you at all times. They pick up on the smallest things, so if you're talking to a girlfriend or spouse and having a glass of wine and mention, "Girl, I need this glass so badly," they'll pick up on that and they'll file it away for the future that alcohol is a coping mechanism. Probably not what you want their takeaway to be. Tip number five is to bring things up in small doses. Kids have short attention spans, especially with so much stimulation around them at all times. It's best to take these conversations with the confidence that you're providing them with the right tools so that they can make good choices as they get older. And if they just seem like they aren't into the conversation, don't push it. Simply state that if they want to talk to you about something they see or experience, you'll always be there for them. At the end of the day, we all want to celebrate milestones with our kids, and to get there will be many choices to make. Our hope as parents is that they'll choose the right thing, and when we as parents talk to our kids about the road ahead, we can feel good about helping them be as prepared as possible in making the right decisions. At our house, and given where we live, the conversations with our kids around the topic of alcohol has always been very out in the open. And since working with responsibility.org over the last couple of years, I know that I'm better prepared with the right tips and tools to have these important conversations. For conversation starters and more on how to talk to your kids about alcohol, check out the description box right below this video, where you'll find helpful resources to help you get started.